Hello, I'm Deborah Wood. I'll be your instructor for CDE255, which is a California Preschool Foundations and Frameworks course with our focus on the performing arts. I wanted to take you on a quick tour of our course together. When you select our course from the Canvas dashboard or course list, you'll come to this home page. And the very leftmost menu is your Canvas menu. And then the next menu is our course menu. And on the right-hand side, you'll see a list of tasks for you to address. And this week, the only tasks that you need to be sure to see is look at the welcome announcement and participate in the week 1 discussion. The week 1 discussion in this course does serve as the roll call for this course. And because it is just a 4-week course, our no penalty drop date is Wednesday. So you need to participate in the course by Wednesday at 5 p.m. to stay in the course. You don't need to do any of the reading or anything. You just need to introduce yourself so you can access it here, or I'll also show you how to access the discussion from the module. When you do come into the course, this is the home page. It has some welcome information for you. It also has a listing of the resources that we use in the course, and I wanted to point this out. We are using the California Preschool Learning Foundations and the Curriculum Frameworks Volume 2. There are 3 volumes, and we're looking just at a portion of Volume 2. And then later in the course, we will look at the alignment to some of the other learning standards, such as the California Common Core Standards, Head Start standards, because many of you work in preschools where you have to show alignment to other standards. We'll talk about that a bit, and then we'll also talk about the alignment of the foundations to the DRDP, which is Desired Results Developmental Profile that we use in many preschools that receive funding from the state. Again, back at the home page, you can access each of the weekly modules from the home page, or you can go directly to the modules. And what I'd like you to do is to get into the habit of stepping through a module each week. And you'll notice that the modules will unlock every Sunday. And so for the week 1 module, again, I wanted to point out this is the week 1 discussion is our roll call, and it tells me that you are still planning to be involved in the class. You're just going to give us a little introduction, and then you're going to consider how you came to think about the performing arts, and that's music, dance, and drama, through your early experiences. So there are some guiding questions here. You'll just select one and then share a short reflection on that. You do need to participate by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, September 16th, and then you will respond to 2 of your classmates by the following Sunday. So it's just that initial post that needs to be done by Wednesday. I give you guidelines on responding to your classmates. And to participate in the discussion, you will see the replies of your classmates after you have posted your first discussion post. So you'll hit reply first, post your introduction, and then you'll be able to see the introductions of your classmates. Once you have introduced yourself, then go ahead and start on the work for the week. This first section is just an introduction to the foundations and frameworks and how they interact with each other. If this is your first Foundations and Frameworks course, this will be great information. If you've taken one before, this is just review. There is a video that goes through the slides. If you'd like to just read the slides on your own, you can do that here. So it's one or the other. You don't have to do both. And then there is an overview presentation of the performing arts. In Volume 2, the visual and the performing arts are combined together. And Saddleback has decided to split those off. So visual arts is one foundations course, and the performing arts is another. And we will focus our time on music, drama, and dance in preschool and in kindergarten and pre-kindergarten courses. So after you've had a chance to go through the presentation, which was just, I think, 16 quick slides, then you'll go to the reading for the week. And this week we're focusing our attention on the foundations. And so you'll read the introduction and then the detail on the foundations that have to do with music, drama, and dance. If you prefer, this link opens the entire Volume 2. If you just want the pages that you'll be reading, you can click on this link and it's a PDF of just the reading for the week. But you will skip pages 5 through 10 because that is the visual arts for foundations, which is part of a different class. And then there's just a quick checklist for the week. And I have asked, the first thing I ask you to do is to please be sure that you've read through the syllabus and the course calendar. Those were emailed to you, but they're also available here from this course menu. And then be sure that you've done your discussion post. Go through the couple of items that we talked about. And then at the end of the week, well, on Thursday, the observation requirements for week 2 will open for you, just for students who really need a little bit of extra time to work on it. In this course, because of the pandemic, we will not be observing in preschool classrooms. Instead, we're going to do all of our observations by video. So there's a series of videos that do focus on music, dance, and drama in the early childhood education settings. And so that will be the basis of your observation. But that isn't due until the end of week 2. But again, it'll be available for you. I wanted to point out just a couple other things from the main menu. You can always do a review of the assignments here. The discussions are here, and there is a student lounge discussion, which is kind of the Starbucks of our course. And you can use that to share ideas. If you have a question that you think other students may also have a question about, please post it here and I'll respond there. And then I just as the last, wanted to point out the grades item. In this course, we do just have the 4 discussions, the observation that is based on the videos, and then you'll write a curriculum plan in week 4. And in our 4-week class, those are the only assignments. There is a total available of 130 points, and there are no quizzes. If you do miss points on anything, your score will appear here, and then there'll be a little comment box right there that you can click on and see the comments. I will leave you comments on all of your assignments. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know if you have any concerns, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.